Is this the aftermarket 4 back button option that we've been waiting for? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. As you heard in the beginning of this video, ExtremeRate has released their Rise4 back button mod for the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. Now, this controller right here has been specifically modded to be very similar to the newly released Scuff PlayStation 5 controller, except for it has only 2 back buttons. That's because the Rise kit only supported 2 back buttons. But as of today, there is a new kit that's been released by the ExtremeRate crew that is called the Rise4, which adds 4 back buttons. Before I tell you about that though, you should know that this very controller, yes, this exact one, is currently being given away. We have a draw going for this controller. I will put a link in the description for the video that will walk you through that draw and how to enter. Please enter. I would love to give this controller away, especially to one of you who actually watch these videos and actually enjoy this content. Wouldn't it be great to get something back from the community? And this is it. So all the details about that are in that other video, which has that link in the description. Let's look at this Rise Remap 4 kit. Before we get too far into this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below. If you've seen some of our content already and have not subscribed, we want you to join our community. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get back to the video. So this is the intro video from the ExtremeRate team. There you can see our first glimpse at the back buttons. So I'm gonna pause this right here so we can see that. So as you can see, the back buttons, the K1 and K2 are the same as what this controller has already. There's no changes to that. In fact, my other one has the exact same remap on it as well. What they've done is added their own little shell to this part right here that adds those 2 more buttons, and then they've repositioned the programming button so that it's vertical instead of horizontal. So let's watch the rest of this intro video. This is a full install and we're not gonna do the install. I just wanted to see kind of what it looks like. You can see this has the version 2 backplate, and then now they're getting into the install. Now I'm gonna skip ahead in the install to the part where they actually put the circuit board on here, and that's because I wanna talk about this circuit board. So this circuit board is actually the same as the circuit board that's in the regular Rise Remap kit. It simply is adding those extra 2 buttons onto it, and it has a different shell to allow for those buttons to attach. So you can see them installing that here, and then all they do is add the screws that hold that down and then the new top plate. Now this brings me to the first question. What about all of those of you who already have the Rise Remap 2 kit? What can you do? Well, lucky for you, ExtremeRate has created an upgrade kit, which includes just the back shell, the 4 buttons, and that circuit board. The entire internals, the guts of this, where it installs, how it installs, are exactly the same. That's because they've always had access to all of those buttons and they could have always mapped to them anyway. They just needed a main board that goes in this little chunk here to allow you to add those extra buttons. Could they add 6 buttons? Yeah, they could. Could they add 8? For sure they could. It's just not the industry norm. They have access to add as many buttons as they want, depending on the layout of this design. So that gets me to the design itself. Now, it's no secret that I am not a fan of the layout of these buttons in the first place. I find that where the positioning is it's too hard to, you definitely can't get 2 fingers on here like this and then trigger these. You just don't have enough grip on the controller, and I can feel my tendons in my arms here trying to really stretch to do that configuration. So you end up having to use just your pointer fingers up here so that you can free up your fingers here. Now, one thing that I did to fix that was I 3D printed a little extra wing onto this so that I can actually get this finger to trigger that one, which is, it's really weird, but it works. And then I end up with a little bit of an offset grip, which makes it work just fine for me. But the addition of the 2 buttons along here, I'm concerned. I don't know how you get to them. Like, to push them with these fingers, I suppose that'll work, but it's just, it seems weird to me to be gaming like this, and then, I don't know, maybe those ones will be the more natural ones. These ones are not natural to me. They never have been. So these ones are weird. If we're talking about back button options, personally, I like the aim controllers ones. The spider legs that come off seem to work a lot better for positioning and everything, and for clicking. These ones just, they accidentally get bumped too easily. The force required to activate the triggers, it's very light, so it makes it so that you accidentally hit the buttons when you didn't mean to. But it is a nice option. I'm going to look at ordering one of the upgrade kits and then upgrading my personal controller to include those extra buttons so that I can give a more solid opinion about these. But this is a neat new upgrade. I really hope that they're going to redesign this back shell and then redesign those buttons, or at least offer different wing options that I can swap in and try out, because I'm really not feeling these ones. In my travels, while I was looking for these, I actually did come across another third-party back button option that I want to show you guys. So these are called the Thomson back button attachment for PS5. Now, if you look at this right here, that shape, and you compare it to this shape right here, what you'll notice is it's pretty much the same. In fact, if we look at, we can see in this picture here, the internals are basically, they've ripped off the ExtremeRate kit. So these are either made in the same factory, and they've just changed the wings a little bit. So these paddles themselves have a different little bit of a notch to them, and they kind of curl up the controller in a little bit different way. Now, interestingly enough for me, those look like they might be placed a little bit more to my liking. So much so that I'm tempted to want to try these, but it's not worth it for me to spend that cost just to try those. Now, the reviews are quite low. There's only one review so far, and the guy that reviewed it had no idea what he was doing, so obviously he didn't leave a good review. But this is an option, especially with the popularity of the Rise Remap kit. They do sell out frequently, and so this is another option for you that, as far as I can tell, it is the ExtremeRate kit. It's just not made by ExtremeRate, and they've got very, very subtle changes in order to not get their pants suit off for copying this. But I will put links in the description to all of the products that we just talked about. So the Rise Remap 4 kit, I will also put just the regular Rise Remap kit in case that's what you're looking for. Also, don't forget to enter the contest for this controller right here. I'd love to give it away to one of you guys, and it'd be really exciting for you guys one of you guys to get this. So I look forward to that coming up. But that's all for today. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.